Minecraft's newest versions have a ton of mobs to choose from, but the mobs that I'll be showing you in today's video you may have never seen before or even heard of. Some of them may have once been put into the game then were removed, and others still hide within the game files to this day. And hey, as you can see from this number, we are so close to 4K subs, so if you end up enjoying this video, consider clicking the subscribe button, because it's entirely free and helps out the channel a lot. Let's start by heading back in time to 2009, where Minecraft's first mob was added to the pre-classic version of the game by Notch. By pressing G on the keyboard, the game would spawn a mob called Human, textured exactly the same as Steve, and would run around randomly around the map. It couldn't really do much, not having the ability to create nor break blocks. Sadly, Human was removed just months later in the game's development. Soon after this, even more strange mobs would find their way into Minecraft. Notch had just hired his first employee, who was an artist named Doc, and Doc added a few mobs to the game, officially named Beast Boy, Reyna, Steve, and Black. Why did he even call it that? And well, his additions to the game were quickly removed, and Doc was fired because his work didn't exactly meet Notch's standards, and I could definitely see why. Now, after this period of time, more of the regular mobs were added to the game, like skeletons, zombies, and creepers. But it was the 2013 April Fool's update that really makes things up again, where Mojang jokingly announced Minecraft 2.0. It was acclaimed to be a new game that Mojang had supposedly been working on for 2 years, and to be honest, they had added a lot of new blocks and mobs, which makes me question, how does Mojang have the time to put so many new blocks and mobs into April Fool's updates? But we end up getting mobs like the Sniffer in our regular updates. But that's besides the point. So here's what they added to Minecraft 2.0. The diamond chicken was a rare type of chicken and would only spawn 7% of the time, and it would lay lapis lazuli or diamonds instead of eggs. A new mob called the redstone bug was coded in, and if a redstone wire increased in strength, they could spawn in and attack you. Some players at the time were even able to create farms from it. A mob called the pink wither could be summoned in with a flower pot, and just by feeding it sugar it would grow heads. A very unusual mechanic, you could say. Also, since this April Fool's update occurred before Minecraft 1.6.1, real horses weren't in the game yet. However, Mojang jokingly added the horse and pony that would expand if they were fed and eventually explode. Moving on, let's look at some other updates that brought strange mobs to the game. 15W14A was titled the Love and Hugs update, and was released again on April Fool's. You definitely recognize the return of the pink wither that we just went over in Minecraft 2.0's April Fool's update, but a truly new addition in the Love and Hugs update was the Love Golem. Besides just being a reskinned iron golem, they were completely passive and didn't attack monsters nor players. And in a similar sense to the Love Golem, the smiling creeper looked like a pretty ordinary mob, except that its explosions caused no damage and dropped poppies. And in a 3D shareware April Fool's update, the nerd creeper was added, which wore a lab coat and goggles for some reason. So yeah, so many of the mobs that I just mentioned have been removed for obvious reasons, since not every day of the year is April 1st. But here are a few pretty unknown mobs that are unused in Minecraft Bedrock and Java, but are hidden within the code of the most recent versions of the game. Most people have heard of the Agent mob in Minecraft Education Edition, but almost no one really knows about the Elder Guardian Ghost, which can only be spawned in with commands in Bedrock Edition, and has less health than its regular counterpart, and can also fly. Similarly, the Illusioner and Giant can only be summoned in with commands in Java Edition. The Illusioner carries a bow and can have multiple special attacks, such as blindness and summoning duplicates, so I wonder why they don't just spawn in raids or woodland mansions like the other Illagers. And the Giant is just a scaled up zombie, which I guess isn't that unique anymore, since in the latest Minecraft snapshots, entities can now be scaled up or down with commands, allowing really anyone to do some pretty crazy things. Alright, now it's time to get to the mobs that Mojang announced either in mob votes or with other features, but got scrapped and will never make it back to the game. Starting with the Red Dragon, which Notch revealed on the 8th Secret Friday Alpha update, and mentioned again during Minecon 2010. Additionally, on October 12, 2011, he said that on Twitter that after the addition of the Ender Dragon, he was planning to add a, quote, significantly less dangerous Red Dragon. Yet for some reason, this mob never made its way to the official game. Moving on July 26, 2016, Jeb hosted a poll on Twitter with the choice of llamas or alpacas for the upcoming update at the time. And since the final results were in favor of llamas, alpacas were shelved. 3 mobs called the Barnacle, Great Hunger, and Wildfire were scrapped after losing the mob vote to the Phantom. Similarly, the Chinese alligator, golden monkey, white-lipped deer, and Badgie dolphin lost to the panda in a Chinese mob vote to promote the release of Minecraft China Edition. Now, as a result of losing the 2018 biome vote, the addition of the meerkat, ostrich, termite, and vulture have been postponed with no information as to when the desert and savanna will be updated with these mobs. The Moobloom, Isolager, Glare, Copper Golem, Rascal, Tough Golem, Crab, and Penguin have all lost their respective mob votes, meaning that they won't make it to the game anytime soon. Despite the whole outrage for the last Minecraft Live mob vote, where people wanted to completely stop the mob vote, a petition for it even got 500,000 signatures. And finally, the Firefly, with a texture composed of literally 2 pixels. Yes, 2 pixels. Was a proposed mob featured in Minecraft Live 2021, and were originally going to be eaten by frogs. However, this was scrapped due to the fact that some species of fireflies in the real world are poisonous to some species of frogs. And since Mojang is owned by Microsoft, which is a massive company now, they probably don't want to risk getting into any trouble with any real life inaccuracies like this incident. But yeah, that's really all. If you watched it all the way to the end, here's just 5 seconds of me playing Tetris for you.
Oh my god! Are they not recording? Are you recording?
Alright, if that doesn't make you want to subscribe, I don't know what will. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.